Hello crafty friends, in today's video I thought I would carry on with the DIY theme that's developing this month and make some of my own washi tape. Now I have done this before in a video and I'll leave that linked below, but today I'm going to use this matte white sticker paper from Evergreen Goods, product code PM30, not sponsored. And I'm just going to take one sheet. This is a full sheet, goes all the way to the ends, and although it's not designed for handling wet mediums and things like that, I'm going to throw all sorts of things at it today. But first things first, I'm going to chop it down into 5 pieces because I want to create 5 designs. So this is an A4 sheet, 30 centimetres roughly in length, so I'm going to do 5 6-centimetre pieces. Right, so I've got 5 strips here and I've chosen 5 blue Distress Oxides because I want to make blue washi tape. So I've got Uncharted Mariner, Broken China, Tumbled Glass, Faded Jeans and Stormy Sky. And I've picked out 3 stamp sets to use. And I've also chosen this one with some grungy tape measure numbers on, and that's from Global Land. So first off, I've got a gingham type stamp and I've put 1 strip in my stamp positioner, and I think we'll go for Stormy Sky. Yep, liking that. What I'm going to do now is just take this down the end. Doesn't have to match up exactly. If there's any dodgy overlapping, I'll just avoid using that bit of tape. So that's my first strip, and my plan is to cut it into strips in this direction. For my next strip, I'm going to take Stormy Sky again, and I'm going to blend it onto this. And now I've got the Global Land stamp. This is a silicone stamp, don't always play nicely with Distress Oxides, but as I'm after a grungy look, it doesn't really matter. And it's quite a wide stamp, so I'll only need to stamp this a couple of times up here. I might do that again just to get the best impression that I can. And then, as I say, I'll just repeat that as we go. Yep, liking that. I like the tone on tone of this. Now for some tumbled glass, which I'm going to drag down just to bring in a bit of difference, a bit of variation in texture. And now I'm going to make sure this is really dry because I want to heat emboss on top of this. When you heat sticker paper, it can soften the adhesive and make the stickery bit pull away from the release paper. You just have to pay attention to that. I'll give that a dust with talcum powder to remove any moisture, static or greasy fingerprints. And for this one, I'm going to use this dotty diamond pattern, and I'm inking this up with my mucky embossing ink pad so that I can see where I've stamped. I'm going to use gold, so it doesn't really matter because gold is an opaque embossing powder, so you won't see any mucky ink through it. I'm going to use Wow Polished Gold Superfine because the details on this stamp are quite small, so I think Superfine is what's needed. There's a few bits where it has stuck to maybe where the ink was still a bit wet. Now I've messed that bit up, but never mind. No one will know. So I'm just brushing off the excess here. To make sure I don't damage the stickeriness of the paper, I'm going to get this nice and hot and then heat it really quickly. Right, I'm definitely happy with that. So I've got another strip here. I'm dusting it because I'm going to do heat embossing again. This time I've got a dotty straight line, and I'm going to stamp this in my clean ink pad because I want to use clear embossing powder. I didn't do an amazing job of lining up the stamp, but there's enough there for me to work with. And it looks like it's yellowed, but I have a feeling that is the back showing through because the embossing ink and powder have kind of made the white sticker paper a bit translucent. At least I'm hoping that's what it is. But what I'm going to do with this one is emboss resist. I'm going to go over that with broken china this time. And there are some places on this where I think either I didn't stamp properly or I didn't heat properly. But as this is going to be cut down into tape, I only need a few kind of usable bits. And now for the magic part, just buff over that with a clean microfiber cloth and it will lift off the ink that's sitting on top of the embossing. And it'll look lovely and white. So yeah, I think we're getting there. We got a greeny blue and a kind of purpley blue. I think they work okay together. Right, for our last bit, I'm going to use this really dark greeny blue Uncharted Mariner and use the ink pad to kind of stamp on it in a square pattern, building it up. And I will get a blending brush in a minute and kind of blend it out a bit. You can hear strange noises in the background. It's because I'm in the conservatory and it's raining, so there's lots of rain on the glass roof, but I actually find that quite soothing, so I hope you do too. Here we go, I like that a lot. I do want to add a bit of shimmer and shine to this bit of washi tape, so I'm going to spatter it with my gold metallic paint. I often get asked how to make the perfect splatter, so if you'd like me to do a video focusing on that, then let me know in the comments. So that's my 5 tapes made. I want to cut them down into skinnier washi tape size strips, and you can do that with strip dies, but today I'm going to use my trusty guillotine. Right, there we go. I've got all my bits. I've chopped each one down into different widths. Like this one is quite wide. It's the whole of this top half of the design, whereas this one is only kind of the bottom half. So we've got options with regard to thickness. Just to get started though, I'm going to tear up my washi tape into short strips and stick it on my card, because I want to create a kind of washi tape frame, and I want the widest bits in the background and the thinner bits on the top. I'm trying not to sort of press the washi tape down like that, because some of the ink might not be dry and I don't want to smear it everywhere. So that's my thickest bits down, and now for some thinner bits and some layering. I might cut some of these even thinner, just maybe some short lengths. I do want them to have torn raggedy ends because I like that look a lot. I'm actually going to get some chipped sapphire, which is a really dark kind of indigo-y colour, purpley blue, and just colour a spare bit because I feel like I need a solid. And I'm going to cut this really thin, maybe about 1/2 centimetre wide. Doesn't have to be perfectly cut in a straight line because I'm only going to use short lengths of it, so you'll never really know. Because we've actually got 2 different types of blue really. We've got a greeny blue and a purple blue. They could look a bit jarring next to each other, but by layering them all together, it works, I think. So have you made your own washi tape before? If you have, do leave a comment with some of your top tips or techniques. And if you haven't, are you thinking about making your own washi tape? Right, I've almost completed my frame. I need a little bit something down there, maybe some of the tumbled glass. I'm going to snip a little bit of this Uncharted Mariner so it's even narrower. That can go there. And I want something here, a little bit of this one. And a last teeny tiny bit of the blue, the dark blue chipped sapphire. I think we also need a little bit of something down there and a spot of something up there. The sentiment I've chosen is this one. It says, "You're too kind." I think this might be a Creative Expressions die. And I've cut it out of gold foil so that it matches the gold accents I added to the washi tape. And I've spread some high-tack white glue on my little silicone coaster, and I'll just dip these in. I do want to check that that's straight using my T-square ruler. So I want to add one last little bit there because I think it needs it. There's a bit too much of a gap around the edge. And I think there's just a tiny bit too much space underneath the sentiment. So I'm going to add a star. So that's one DIY washi tape card finished. I really like it. I love my washi tapes. I'm going to use them, I think, in my journal tonight, all the little leftover bits and pieces. I hope this video has given you a couple of ideas that you can use in your own card making, and I hope to see you back here in a couple of days for another video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.